Hey, this is Lena from Sweden. I'm a comedian, I'm a musician. I'm traveling right now. I'm in Brooklyn in New York visiting to do some stand-up and for like 2 weeks. And I just thought that maybe it's time that I try to start with like making YouTube video clips now about things that I find important. Because I do feel that I like to be a part of like a change for a better future. And I'm a creative person, so I enjoy expressing myself and connecting dots of things that I see in society. So after 2 weeks in New York, there are like a few things that I would like to address. And one interesting issue that I'd like to talk about is this idea of the one bad leader that is happening right here, right now. Like hating on Donald Trump is a very popular sport. And sure, it's like, even for me, I totally disagree with him and his politics and the people surrounding him and helping him right now. And at the same time, it's very convenient for us, the people, the citizens of the world, to have this one bad leader as an excuse or an explanation for things that don't happen, for changes that don't happen, or for things that go bad. And for example, one bad guy, one bad leader. Hitler was also one bad leader. He was one person only. Hitler could not kill 6 million Jews. He did not kill 6 million Jews. He had 6 million Jews killed with the help of other people. But he was just one guy. Donald Trump is just one guy. And sure, there's like this net of people around them, around the one leader, helping each other. But we, as the people, the citizens of the world, are so many. And I think maybe we need to challenge ourselves, but also to cherish ourselves and the power that we have, and not like give up our power and our hope and just let everything go, like blaming this one bad leader. And there are like a few areas in the American society that I've noticed and thought about that are a bit different from Scandinavia. Of course, every country has like its ups and its downs, ups and downsides. One thing that I noticed a lot here is food, and how good food is very expensive here, and like bad food, trashy food or junk food is very cheap. And I don't know why, if there's like a conspiracy that this will keep money in the health system where people develop diseases and diabetes and everything. But like a slice of pizza or 3 apples are like the same price. Like the better the quality of the food, the more expensive it will be. And I think that's something to think about though, because it's more expensive to make a pizza than to make 3 apples. There's more labor involved in creating junk food than just cultivating like fruit and vegetables. So how come that's so expensive? And the junk food that requires so much labor is so cheap. The other thing that I thought about, even the last time I was here, is how taxes are not included in the prices when you go to a restaurant, or even when you buy and purchase like different things. And this makes people aware of every time they pay tax. So it's like it hurts a little bit every time you pay tax. If you go to buy like a sweater or go to a restaurant or whatever, you become aware of every time you pay tax. And I think that this makes people a bit more reluctant to paying tax, because it's not so nice to like know every time like, oh, I'm paying taxes and wasting my money or whatever. And I think it's interesting also, like why do we want to know, or why would the authorities have the people knowing like every time you pay tax it hurts a little bit? Maybe to make taxes unpopular, to make people not want to pay tax or not like taxes because it hurts every time you pay them, and vote for lower taxes, which benefits the rich, maybe. But the biggest difference that I see between Sweden and America in news and like society is, of course, that there is like no one talking about the climate and the state of the planet here. I see nothing. And when I watch Swedish media, like mainstream media and social media, it's all over the place. Just like a little over a week ago, the UN came with a new report about the state of the planet, which is really, really bad. And there are new reports coming also from Swedish scientists that we have like a 10-year window, some people say even a 2-year window, to drastically change the way we treat the planet and we use the resources, or it's going to be too late. Because once there's like a threshold of the impact of all the waste of the planet, so the global heating will provoke changes in the planet itself, so that the planet also starts to contribute to the global warming to a point where it's like unstoppable, and huge amounts of gas, like methane gas, will be released where there used to be permafrost, for example. And I hear nothing about this in America, and I see nothing like. And when I ask some people, they say like, yeah, but you know, Trump, like we don't. Yeah, but Trump, he's one guy. Like the whole world has access to this information about the planet. If you're English speaking, you can look on like British media or like Australia or so many other English speaking countries. The UN is presenting information about this. So yeah, that's one difference. And before I finish this clip, I would like to just share a few tips that I learned. Meanwhile, we wait for the one bad guy or the bad leader or the bad leaders to take responsibility for the planet. Why don't we start? Because we are the people. We can't blame or excuse ourselves just like on the leaders all the time. What can we do? Like a few things that I heard that really make a difference is to stop eat red meat, because red meat, the production of red meat requires a lot of water, for example. Recycle clothes, buy less clothes and wash them less, because that wastes less water. And cotton, which is very like the most common material, requires a lot of water. So if you really want to shop, sometimes make sure to recycle your old clothes and not to wash them too often. Stop flying. I'm even thinking like maybe this is the last time I come to America, because yeah, maybe I should just like refuse to fly again until there is some climate friendly fuel. Why isn't there more research made on that? And to put pressure on all the countries to fix the railway systems so that we can travel by train. Stop buying bottled water, which also means that we need to put pressure on the governments or the cities to better the level and the quality of the drinking water in the tap, like the tap water. Those are a few things that we can do. We can also put pressure on our banks, because the banks are using the money that they're saving for our like retirement. Put pressure on the banks to invest that money in funds that are climate friendly. We can start by just asking, like we don't have to know so much. We can just ask our bank, like what are you doing to use the money that I have in this bank to help for the future, or like where is my money placed? Where is our money placed? So yeah, we need to push pressure on the leaders and kind of better ourselves. And it's better to do something than to do nothing. Like baby steps are also steps. So we shouldn't freak out and panic. We should just try to do something. All of us can do something. Oh, and don't pour too much coffee, because coffee cultivation also requires a lot of water. So don't make more coffee than you're going to drink. That's all for me for now. Thank you.